So I'm in the kitchen and I've got nice warm toasty feet, which can only mean one thing: we have heating, and we've now got the biomass boiler all up and running, all signed off, and we're now 100% on renewable fuel for our heating. So we've got the log burner in the front room, and now the whole heating system and hot water is all on the wood pellets. So it's kind of been one of the dreams from the outset. So really thrilled to have got there, and we've had a great team working on it for the past took about 8 days. So it's been flat out. We've got loads of video footage to share, lots of photos. We'll be doing some posts on the website as well, just with a bit of information. And there's not a lot out there on the web, and certainly not many kind of reviews and things like that. So we thought we'd kind of make a bit of a video diary. So you'll notice that the videos aren't that polished. You know, there's some iPhone footage, some on this GoPro, and a bit on the bigger camera as well. So kind of compiling it all together, and we're going to make a few different videos, which is going to kind of take you through right from the start of the install, which was before the installers came themselves. We built a hearth for the boiler to sit on, because we're going to make some alterations in that boiler room and raise the floor up. So we had to build this solid hearth. Joe and I also dropped the liner down the chimney, just so that was all, the kind of new flue was all in place, ready for the guys to kind of finish it and connect it up. So just a few things that we said, you know, we will get in place ready for the install to make things quicker and hopefully a bit more within our budget. So our installers were Futurum, and really top team. They're based down in Dorset, but they work nationally. They're up in Scotland quite often and all over the country doing all renewable installs, whether it's commercial solar or it's big plant rooms going in on farms and log boilers, and some really interesting projects that they've worked on. So that's them. So that's Futurum, and I'm going to be putting links and kind of talking to the guys over the install, so you'll see some of that in the footage. And at the end of all these videos, I've got some much higher quality footage which I shot throughout the days of the install. So I'm going to put together more of a showcase, sort of 2 to 3 minute video with a bit of an interview with John, the director, and kind of just talking through the actual details and a bit about biomass and the RHI scheme and things like that. So this week the videos will be more like a blog, and then we'll do a couple of nice videos at the end just to summarise. So the boiler we went with is a Clover, the Clover brand. They're an Italian company, really well built boilers and a great price for what they are. You'll notice when you start googling kind of wood pellet boilers and things, you know, you see people or guide prices of £20,000 and £30,000 and all this sort of thing. And it scares a lot of people off, and I think Clover have they've come up with some really great products, some really kind of simple and well built boilers, especially the one we've gone for is kind of a no frills type boiler, a utility boiler, but it's just a real workhorse. It's going to kind of all automated as far as, you know, it'll just tick over, and we're using a buffer tank to control the heat into the house. So the boiler, all it's doing is coming on or off, that's it. All the actual timing and the thermostats are completely separate, which has worked really well. It means we could kind of adapt the system a bit more to the house. We've zoned a few bits in the house as well, so there'll be loads more on that anyway. So, but that's the boiler. It's a Clover utility boiler, and it's the PB24. There's two, and this one is the smaller of the two. It's quite, you know, you hear a lot of people oversizing biomass boilers, and it's kind of better to work them hard, I think, rather than just have a big boiler slumbering away and not working to its full capacity. So it's an efficient boiler. It's about 90%, and when it's paired with a buffer tank, that's when we're really kind of, like we've done, is that's when you get the real efficiency. You can plumb it in like a typical boiler, but it's kind of, you lose the efficiency then. So yeah, that's where we've done it, and it's working really well. After a week, we're really happy with it, and it's all good. So this was just an intro video. So as I said, the videos will start tomorrow probably, and they might be a little bit choppy because there's a few different cameras and some stuff on phones, but what I wanted to do is just kind of give you an insight into what's involved. It's not like, you know, a couple of guys turning up in a van with a gas combi boiler and being able to put it in a day and tuck it away in a kitchen cupboard. There's a little bit more to the setup, and by the time you've got the buffer vessel, and then you've got a new, you know, the new cylinder upstairs as well, and the various valves and pumps. You know, we have 4 or 5 guys here for around a week, and 4 or 5 vans outside. So you can kind of, it begins to justify why there's a little bit of a premium for this technology. But it's certainly a really exciting project to be part of, and hopefully this video would, this kind of series of videos will just show you what's involved, and why it's a little bit different from a kind of off-the-shelf type boiler. So I hope you enjoy the videos. We will do a bit of a review, summary video at the end of it, maybe with some questions and answers. So if you do have any kind of questions you want to ask or anything like that, stick them in the comments section below, and we'll kind of do a bit of an answer session at the end, maybe next week. We'll also let you know how we're getting on, because by then we will have had the boiler running for 2 weeks, and hopefully we've got a good feel for how it's working for the house. So remember to subscribe to keep up to date with all the videos, and give us a thumbs up below as well, because that really helps the channel. But apart from that, thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.